Welcome back to the NASCAR Nationwide Series here at Nashville. And make sure to go to NASCAR.com for all your latest NASCAR information. And Verizon Wireless customers, text CHAMPION to 43776 for exclusive Champion Chats, content from NASCAR Now Roundtable experts. And there's the number right there, 43776. Boy, I'll tell you what, Kevin Harvick has opened up a 2.5-second lead over Brad Keselowski. Justin Allgaier in third. There is Reed Sorensen and Joey Logano. They are going after each other. That is for fifth on the racetrack, and Sorensen's got himself a car that seems to like the longer run.
Yeah, we're seeing a number of these guys. Here, Logano's coming to pit road now.
Here on lap number 100 of 225, green flag pit stops coming this way with now Joey Logano, and he's heading your way, Vince.
Well, Joey Logano has fought a race car not bad today. He's led the majority of the laps, but he has dealt with a car that's a little bit loose in and then tight in the center. Earlier on that initial stop, they made that air pressure to help it in, and then the track bar adjustment to help it in the center. This time, when Logano comes in, it's going to be, once again, you see no chassis adjustment at this point, although they did make a chassis adjustment in the rear. They're going around 4 tires for the 20 car. Joey Logano, they had a slow stop the first time around. Let's see if they can make it a little smoother and quicker this time. Again, not the fastest stop.
But he's back out underway and surrenders that spot on the track. It's now Harvick, Keselowski, Allgaier, Wimmer, and Sorensen. As there you see the 10 car of Mikey Kyle as he's making his Nationwide Series debut with that number 10 machine.
You see Kevin Harvick hits pit road. It wouldn't surprise me at all if we have some drivers have trouble getting in here. These tires hard to slow down. And
let's go to Jamie.
And Ricky Stenhouse Jr. just trying to finish his first race of the year. He's free on entry. It's really hurting him. Been running about mid-pack the entire race. 4 tires going to try to tighten him up, fill it up with Sunoco, Vince.
Well, to give you an idea how good the car is for the 33 of Kevin Harvick, no changes on this race car. He noted up in the booth earlier he was really good on the long run and a good stop for Ernie Cope's crew in the 33. The Allgaier crew having some problems in the 12 as the tire gets away.
And they've got to get that back into the box before he can take off. And boy, this has turned into a lengthy stop for Justin Allgaier. So everything he gained on the track, and he has been driving very well today, he just lost and then some.
Now he has to get his focus back and not overdrive this car trying to make it up.
Let's check in with Dr. Jerry Punch.
Brendan Gaughan having a run, a better run than he thought they would be. They have struggled all weekend. When the race began, he was loose in and very, very tight off. And our broadcaster taking a week off, who was the car owner there, Rusty Wallace, helping make some of the calls to get Brendan dialed in.
Doc, we got to interrupt you. We've got a crash out on the track. Another tough break for Ricky Stenhouse. This team has been struggling. They are not even in the top 30 in points for Roush Fenway Racing, and now he is in the wall. He was running 20th at the time, and look at the damage on that City Financial Ford. So the caution has come out. Now they can continue to work on those cars that were already in. So a big break for Brad Keselowski. They get to finish the work.
Not sure how that developed, but the point I was trying to make earlier is it is so hard to slow these cars down when you're in the racing group and you're looking, checking your mirror. Got to get down to pit road speed. That did happen off of turn 4.
They're trying to get every ounce of fuel in, and man, what a mess. And Ricky Stenhouse has got to be wondering, what do I have to do? Take another look right there. He's got problems.
Trying to slow down, I think. No, was he locking up the left front there?
Yeah, it looked like that. He was locking up the brakes trying to get in and then got hit from behind.
His best finish this year, guys, 25th 2 weeks ago at Bristol. That's how tough this season has been for Ricky Stenhouse.
He's got a little left front damage. That's from something else.
I believe he was trying to get the pit road right there with that trouble that he had.
And that's Joe Nemechek that also got into him. Let's go on board. Pits are closed right now, we can tell you. Joe Nemechek, if you remember, I think it was last year, he ended up going upside down across the start-finish line. So this one wasn't nearly as bad. Now, let's see if we can see what happened. That's Justin Allgaier's team right there. Oh, the tire ends up hitting the car. That's how it got outside the box. We only saw the end result, guys. And then that presents the tire rub, which makes the tire go down. And
yeah, very dangerous situation right there on pit road. You know, as a driver, it's your responsibility. You know these guys are out here doing their job, and it's your job to dodge those guys and make sure that you don't get into them.
And that is part of the experience, isn't it?
Well, the big question mark is now, those cars that stayed out, are they going to be able to really take advantage of this situation now and with the position? Now, just got word from NASCAR, the 22 of Brad Keselowski, too fast entering pit road.
Yeah, that's going to hurt them. But now that we have the wave around rule, it's going to make this a whole different situation. Normally, we would have had a lot of these cars starting up in front of the actual leaders because we only have 3 guys that were still on the lead lap here after those pit stops. But now we have the wave around, so these guys will be able to come around and start behind those guys.
We'll see
so
how
we're going to get a lot more back on the lead lap.
Yeah, and that's what I was driving at, was where does this all shake out when all these things come back into play? And we won't be able to tell that until a few more moments. The 09 of Scott Riggs, a 2-time winner here, gets the Aaron's Lucky Dog free pass. So as he comes around, he picks up one of his laps. The race leader right now is Scott Wimmer. Kelly Byers is second. Mike Wallace is in third. And everybody else is shown on scoring 1 lap down. And that's what you were talking about, DJ. And we'll sort of wait and see how it all shakes out. So as we've got a moment, let's send it down to the pit studio and talk a little more strategy. Alan Bestwick.
Yeah, Marty, just following up on what you were talking about and DJ's comments a minute ago of how the wave around rule will change this whole thing. The 3 guys that are on the lead lap, Scott Wimmer, Kelly Byers, and Mike Wallace, right? We all safely assume they'll pit under this caution flag.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
So that'll put the pace car back in front of Scott Riggs. He'll get the wave around as the lucky dog. It'll put the pace car in front of John West Townley, who shows a lap down in 5th. The cars that come off pit road will rejoin the end of the line. So everyone that's between John West Townley and the race leader, probably Scott Wimmer, when he comes off pit road, is going to have the chance to get the wave around the pace car and come back around and rejoin the lead lap. So we're going to end up with probably about 27 cars on the lead lap when this is all done. And the only reason this is going to work for a lot of those guys is because they just got fresh tires. You agree with that, DJ?
Yeah, you're exactly right, Alan. And that's the great thing about the new rules that NASCAR has put into position. Makes these situations much more manageable. Instead of having all these cars on the tail end of the lead lap, where we used to have a lot of problems, now we'll have them all back on the lead lap racing each other.
I know it's confusing for them because I got a great view up here and I'm confused.
Yeah, and that's why it's always safer to just say, okay, we'll sort this out in just a matter of moments. Then you see Mike Wallace, as he has also come to pit road to get his service in the Monster Diesel Impala. They've got plenty of time. The pace car is right now down the backstretch. So while they roll on out, as we've completed 108 of 225 laps, we'll step aside for just a moment here at the Nashville Superspeedway. But a lot of racing still to go.